Hi everybody, and welcome back to day 7 of Christmas cards with the Cricut. This is the card we'll be making today, so come on and join me, and I'm going to show you how to make this card. Okay everybody, I'm going to bring up the supplies so we can get started making the card for day 7. Now this is probably going to be the last 8" by 4 1/4" card that I'm making. Or actually, my card measures 8" by 4 1/4", and then we've scored it in half to make it a 4 1/4 by 4" card. So this will be the last of this series of cards. I'm going to be moving on to some more larger cards. So I've gone ahead and cut out my top layer, and my top layer measures 3 3/4 inches by 4 inches, and I've gone ahead and inked my edges, and this time I used the Tim Holtz broken china. So I've also gone ahead and inked my edges of my card as well. The other thing that I've done to my top layer is I've gone ahead and used my We Are Memories corner chopper, and I use the angle cut to go ahead and cut out my 4 corners on my top layer. Now this paper is from the Christmas Combo Stack by DCWV. So what I want to do now is go ahead and add my ribbon. So I've gone ahead once again and made a T with my ribbon, and I'm just going to go ahead and line my ribbon up. I'm going to move the card to the side for a minute, and we're going to get this centered on the card, and then I'm going to take my tape using the cheater method to go ahead and tape this down. So now I didn't measure how long I cut the ribbon. I think it was 6 inches. I'm not for sure. I just wanted to make sure I had enough to go around on the card. So I'm going to take my tape now and get some tape on all 4 pieces of ribbon. And I'm going to line up and make sure before I go ahead and put it down that I'm still in the center. Which, let's see, we need to bring this up just a little bit here. Okay. So, I'm just going to flip this back over. And I'm going to start by taping down this side first. And take my tape again. And tape this down. I didn't cut these as long as I did the other ones on card from day 6. So I just want to verify that I'm still in the center and lined up. And actually it's really not going to matter because you're going to have the scallop on top of that, but I just wanted to get it even just a little bit. Okay, so now we have it centered down, and I'm ready to add this to my card. So let me just go ahead and line it up, look at it and make sure that's where I want it. And then I'm going to take my ATG gun and get some tape on all 4 corners. And then I'm going to put some tape in the middle. And there we go. So now we can go ahead and add this to the card. So let's just line this up. Make sure we've got it where we want it, and then just press down. So there. So now let's talk about our scallop circle and our circle. As in the previous card, your scallop circle, I'm using the Art Philosophy cartridge, but as I said before, you can look on cartridges that you own and see if you have a scallop or you can use your Spellbinders dies and cut out your scallop and your circle. So the scallop, when I cut it out, I used the Gypsy, and I used my Art Philosophy cartridge. And let me go to that page. So our scallop is on page 31, and it is scallop circle number 2. So on your Gypsy, that would be key number 11. So let's go to that cartridge. And it looks like this. So what I've gone ahead and done is I've taken off the aspect ratio, and I've set it to the real dial size, and I made my height 3.38 and my width 3.38. And then for your circle, that is also from the Art Philosophy cartridge, and that is on page 21, and it's circle number 1, and it looks like this. So now on your Gypsy, that would be key number 1, which looks like this. And I've taken the aspect ratio off again and made my circle height 3, width 3. And I had that on real dial size. So that's it for our scallop circle and our circle. So I'm going to go ahead and line this up. And I'm not going to pop this up, and you'll see why after I get this on here. So I'm just going to go ahead and add some tape, and I'm going to just use the Tombow for this. And go ahead and add my circle. Now my snowman paper comes from the DCWV Holiday Collection, the Christmas stack. And it looks like this. So now we've got our circle on. The other thing that I forgot to do, I remembered not to put my ribbon on my paper first, but I forgot that I've taken my die that is by My Favorite Things. I believe this is the File Tab die. And I wanted to add that up here at the top. So I'm going to have to pull this up so I can get that in there. And it looks like it's coming up. So what I want is for this to go down inside here. And since we do have tape on there, I'm just going to add some more tape just to make sure it sticks inside there. And I've gone ahead and just inked this using my Faded Jean by Tim Holtz for the lettering, and then for the background I used the Tim Holtz Broken China. And this stamp is from a stamp set that I picked up in the dollar bin at Joann's about 2 years ago. So I don't even have the name of it anymore. Back then when I was buying my stamps, I didn't organize them like I should and write down where I got them from. So now what I need to do is I need to add some tape. Oops, on this side. Along here, because I need to add it on that piece right there. So there, now we have it. And I'm lucky that I was able to get that to come up so I could slide that in under there. So now I'm ready to go ahead and add my scallop circle and my circle to the card. And as I said before, I'm not going to pop this up. So I'm just going to go ahead and take my Tombow again and get some tape on here. And then we're going to just go ahead and add our circle. And the circle is going to sit right there. Now the reason why I didn't want to go ahead and pop this up is because I wanted to add my little envelope, and I've gone ahead and put an action wobble on the back. So now this envelope is from the Doodlecharms cartridge. And the handbook looks like this. And the envelope is on page 86. And it looks like this. And then I've also cut the little heart, so you would hit your shift key on your Cricut and cut out the envelope. So now on our gypsy, I have cut that at 1.5 inches. And I also cut the heart at the same thing, 1.5 inches. So we're going to go ahead and go to that cartridge. And that is key number 5, which looks like this. And then to cut your heart, you'll hit your shift key and then key number 5 again, and there's your heart. So I just cut the heart out with some white cardstock, and I took my broken china and just distressed the heart. The envelope. The heart is some of the glitter scraps that I had left over, and it's from this paper pack by DCWV, 'Tis the Season. And it was just scraps left over from previous cards. And I was able to cut this out on the Cricut. And as I said before, if you have a sticky mat or a brand new mat, then you should be able to cut this out. I put this on, my blade is on 5 and my pressure is on high. So before I actually put the envelope down, I want to add my other embellishments because I need to have enough room to make the envelope wobble. So we're going to start off with the mailbox. And these were just some embellishments that I got at Hobby Lobby last year when Christmas was over. They had all their Christmas embellishments 75% off, so I just grabbed these thinking I'll need them. I'll need to use them sooner or later. So I'm going to just put this down right here, like so. And I'm going to put that close to the bottom because I want to have room for my envelope to wobble. And then I'm going to go ahead and add this. It says 5-cent Santa Express. So it's like a little stamp. So I'm going to put that off here in the corner of the card. And then there's a little pencil. So I'm going to put the pencil down here in this corner. And then the last thing I'm going to add is there is a little envelope. So I'm going to put that up here in the corner. So now that I have all my embellishments on, we can go ahead and we're going to add the action wobble to our circle. So let's get our tape backing off on both sides. And then we're going to add our action wobble or our envelope. So I want to put this up here because I need to give myself enough room so that it wobbles. And it does. So we'll straighten it out a little bit. It's just a little crooked there. Okay. So now the last thing I want to add to the card is I've gone ahead and made a bow. And I used the bow easy for this. And this bow was at 1¼ inches. And I'm just going to put that right there in the center. So I'm going to get some glue on with my glue gun. And I'm going to add my bow right here in the middle. So that's it, everybody. That's day 7 of Christmas cards with the Cricut. Thanks for watching, everybody, and stay tuned for day 8. Bye.